back. Welcome to the 2011 season of the Archery World Cup, this time from sunny Porec, Croatia for stage one on the shores of the beautiful Adriatic Sea, where we'll have a week of intense compound and recurve bow competition in some of the best weather here for this event in several years. Sunshine, comfortable temperatures, ocean breezes, a brand new venue right on the water just down the coast a bit from the previous one, and it's a World Championship year. The recurve qualifying round, therefore, will be the traditional FITA round. The 144 arrows contested at four distances, 90, 70, 50, and 30 meters for the men, 70 and 60 on the long half for the women. One adjustment this year, 6 arrow ends on the shorter distances for everybody, and the elimination round will be using the best of 7 format for both male and female recurve athletes at 70 meters. Compound, though, compound has a new twist. The new 50-meter compound elimination round. 72 arrows, straight scoring. Let's get the details from FITA International Judge Graham Potts.
For the 2011 World Cup Series, FITA have made some changes to the rules following some feedback from the compound archers in particular about the hit-miss system used in 2010, which wasn't considered a particular success. The recurve archers will continue shooting for the individual match play in set system at the long distance with the large target face, and for their team matches for 24 arrows score at the large target face at the long distance. The compound archers for their individual match play will now shoot a 15 arrow match with a total score of 150 points. They will shoot 3 arrows at a time at one single target face. For their team event, the team will shoot a total of 24 arrows for a total score of 240 points. There will be 2 target faces that each team will use. They will shoot between them 3 arrows into one target face and 3 arrows into the other target face.
And now it's the women's compound bronze medal match, which pits the American shooter Diane Watson against Italian star Laura Longo. Diane Watson's season is off to a pretty good start. She's come off a silver at the Pan American Games qualifier in Santo Domingo earlier this year. That's Mel Nichols, the father of Brady Ellison, who's coaching Diane for this pass. Laura Longo of Italy coming off a big win at the European Grand Prix that took place just 3 weeks ago. And now we're going into the final end of their 15 arrow match. As you heard Graham telling us earlier, 15 arrows. This is a straight score to win. And right now the advantage is in the hands of Diane Watson. Diane's going to be shooting first as we go into this last end. Remember, we're 50 meters away. We are right on the Adriatic. You can see the wind flags and the effect of the wind. Diane shoots and scores a perfect shot. That is That is exactly what she needs right now if she wants to put the pressure on her opponent from Italy. Here is Laura Longo. Now, Laura has the potential of a 2-point advantage if she shoots a 10 here. And there it is. 2-point advantage. 2 arrows to go from each shooter. Diane needs to keep up the pressure. That's a liner. The judges are saying it's provisionally a 9. It's not till they actually walk up to the target that they know for sure. Laura Longo, and that's a solid 10. And Diane has got to absolutely nail this arrow if she wants to try to keep any kind of pressure on Laura. She does. Good shot from Diane. Will it be enough to hold off Laura Longo? Now, if Laura shoots an 8 or better, and there's a 9, that is good enough. Laura Longo taking the bronze medal victory, a 2-point win for the bronze for the shooter from Italy.
Congratulations, Coach. Congratulations.
So a real stunner, a bronze medal match, and now we're on to the compound women's gold. And a pair of 22-year-olds, a pair who've come up against each other before. This is Erica Anschutz, the American. She's got tons of experience. 3rd in the 2010 World Cup Grand Finals, ranked number 2 in the world. And her opponent is equally dangerous. This woman, Victoria Baljanova, shot against Anschutz in the 2009 Universiade semifinals, which she won. And now she is the reigning European champion. And we're coming on to end number 4 of 5 with a dead tie. 85 points right now for each shooter. And So we go back to the original shooting order after 3 ends. It's Erica Anschutz preparing to shoot 50 meters and a 10.
Good shot. It's looking good.
Victoria Baljanova taking her time shooting a 9, and that gives Erica Anschutz a 1-point lead. And there's a perfect shot taking out the spider, dead center X. Really remarkably good shot. Baljanova on that shot was scored a 9.
10, 9, 8.
And there's a 9 for Anschutz. That's an opening for Baljanova if she can capitalize on it. Here's Baljanova's shot, and a solid shot, X. So it is only a couple points in between each shooter right now, only a single point, in fact, in favor of Erica Anschutz. Final end, and Victoria Baljanova shooting first on the right-hand side. Well, the form wasn't all that much there, but the arrow certainly was. Solid 10. Erica needs to keep the pressure up. She needs 10s, and if she can keep it up, she will win. That gives another opening to her opponent, Baljanova. Gold medal match. We've got a couple arrows left for each shooter, and it's a tie. And that's a liner just out. Arrow's a 9, so that means Erica Anschutz really needs a 10 right now.
10.
And she gets it. There's an X. The little circle right in the middle of the ring there is an X ring used for breaking ties. Obviously worth 10 points. Here's Baljanova's final shot, and not very good, 8 points. Now that is down the downwind side coming from the sea. Erica Anschutz is about to close this out. Anything in the gold, and she'll take home her gold medal. And there it is, 10 points for the American archer, the 22-year-old Erica Anschutz, third in the World Cup Grand Finals last year, and now she's going to be ranked #1 in the world as a result of winning this gold medal match. A fantastic achievement for Erica Anschutz, a big win, and a great silver medal for her opponent from the Russian Federation, Victoria Baljanova.
I do like the seaside, I suppose. I won in Antalya last year, right on the side of on the beach. So, and here I am again, like right next to the water. So apparently, I do like the water.
#1 with a bullet for the 2011 season. It's Erica Anschutz, Victoria Baljanova's second, Laura Longo third, USA's Diane Watson fourth, reigning world champion Albina Loginova, who we will see in Italy defending her world championship, is 5th right now. And it's now time for the compound bronze medal match for the gentlemen. And 2 great shooters. One of them, the protege of the great Jorge Jimenez, who we're going to see in a little while. This is Roberto Hernandez of El Salvador. The 21-year-old is ranked 21st in the world, and he is coming off some great success with the bronze medal at the Shenzhen 2010 University World Championships. His opponent, another great shooter, this guy from Denmark. You all know him. It's Martin Damsbo. And Martin is looking for a little bit of revenge. Now, he had the advantage of being on the field already. He shot in the team gold final earlier in the week. His opponent from El Salvador started out rough, and Martin Damsbo was completely different. He really shot nearly perfectly. Here we are into the last end, and Mr. Hernandez has just shot a 9. Not what you want to do with Martin Damsbo standing next to you. Martin looking at a 4-point advantage with that 10. Big numbers from Martin Damsbo for this match today. And Mr. Hernandez coming back with a solid shot, 10 points. Martin Damsbo not letting up the pressure, dead center. Final shot for Roberto Hernandez, and there is another 10. Nice finish. Probably, meteorite from space maybe, but other than that, Martin Damsbo is about to close the door, and there it is. 9 for the final arrow. Martin Damsbo, decisive bronze medal victory. Solid shooting from Martin. 145 to 142, the final score. No question about it. Martin Damsbo, the winner of that match, and really a solid effort.
That's good.
And now it's the moment all compound fans been waiting for, the compound gold medal final. This guy, the shark man of the Carolinas, Roger Willett Jr., a skin diver, an experienced shooter, ranked 6th in the world. And the legend from El Salvador, Jorge Jimenez, the most decorated athlete in his country's history. A solid shooter, both of these guys, and we are going to see some great action here. And we're picking it up right now at end number 4, and it is an advantage for Roger Willett Jr., who's got a perfect score so far and is looking at the potential for a world record. Jorge just shot a 9. Roger, if he continues to shoot as perfectly as he has, is looking at a new world record. And that pretty well blows it, that, unfortunately for Roger. But still well ahead, 3 points ahead right now. Now, Jorge is continuing to at least shoot at a very good level, but not quite as good as this guy. Look at Roger's group. Really solid. Jorge with a 10. And Roger is really going to put on the pressure if he shoots a 10 here. And he just misses the 10 ring. There's a 9. And unfortunately, that gives up the world record chance for Roger Willett Jr. quite decisively there. He could have tied it if he had at least held a 10. Anyway, he is ahead as we go into the very final end. 3 arrows to go from each shooter. It'll be Jorge on the right side shooting first. A little bit of a breeze coming in from the Adriatic, but it should not be enough to account for the fact that Jorge just put that arrow off to the left. You notice the wind flag is pushing from left to right. Roger right in there, 10 points. Not a lot of wind, not at 50 meters. You know, if these guys were shooting 90 meters, yeah, you'd have to hold off. But at this distance, at those arrow speeds, it's less of a factor. Jorge is just maybe not having a good time trying to figure out where he's just not quite there. But Roger, well, let's face it, Roger is just pounding. That just hit the first arrow he shot. Really solid shooting. You can hear Mel Nichols, his coach, in the background there. That's Brady Ellison's dad, coaching Roger Willett Jr. Mel Nichols, a tremendously popular compound coach. And in fact, he was responsible for Brady Ellison's tremendous success as a compound shooter before he picked up a recurve. Roger Willett Jr. making it academic right there, folks. 10, 10, 10. And finishing the match, a tremendous effort from a very popular and well-respected guy, Roger Willett Jr., who is no doubt looking forward to the rest of this season as he gives silver medalist Jorge Jimenez a big hug. Abrazo for Jorge, the most popular athlete in his country, a real national hero back home. Roger Willett Jr. with a big win.
I just really wanted this win. I've trained hard for it. I had a bad tournament last weekend. It was our qualifier for our World Championships. So I picked a bad time to not have a good shoot, so I won't be going to the World Championships. So that kind of gave me some motivation and drove me to go home and work really hard for this one, and I did. And I've been wanting one of them watches really bad. So I just put everything I had into it and tried to stay focused.
And he sure did a great job of that. The World Cup current rankings, of course, now have Roger Willett Jr. #1 with a bullet, 25 points for that big win. Jorge #2, Martin Damsbo 3rd, Roberto Hernandez #4. Paul Tischer of Germany is 5th right now.
I started archery in 2003. It's the only thing I've found that helps with my disability, because when I'm concentrating on shooting, when I'm practicing competing, I'm not actually thinking about the pain that I'm in. I don't feel any different from any archers, whether they're able-bodied or Paralympic, because at the end of the day, the people, you know, and I'm a person too, so I just really enjoy it. I'm very competitive, and I really do, you know, I go out there and try to do my best. I want the gold medal, and I wouldn't be satisfied with anything else. You know, I know I'm capable, and there are other people that are capable as well, so we're all fighting for it.
Pour moi, le tir à l'arc signifie déjà la réinsertion dans le sport, puisque c'est un des rares sports qu'on peut faire aussi bien en valide qu'en handi. Les scores que j'ai faits depuis quelques années m'ont permis de rentrer en valide, ce qui m'a permis de me bagarrer au même niveau que les valides. Ce qui n'a été que positif, puisque l'année dernière j'ai gagné une place pour le pays, pour Londres 2012, donc c'est déjà un honneur. Et j'ai été champion d'Europe l'année dernière et recordman du monde. Donc pour moi, ce n'est que du positif.
Positive attitude from a positive guy, Phil Horner of the Swiss team. Now, time for the women's bronze medal match. And not a big surprise, we're seeing a couple of Koreans shooting against each other. This is Jung Da-so-mi. This is her debut at the World Cup. She was born in 1990. And her opponent, Kibo Bae. We've seen her before, born in 1988, ranked number 4 in the world, a tremendously talented shooter, making her debut at the World Championships in Ulsan. And after 5 sets, and remember, we are shooting sets for the recurves at 70 meters, right now, we are looking at a tied score. Shoot off. Sudden death shoot off. There is a 9. It is about a centimeter out of the 10 ring. 10 will win the shoot off. Kibo Bae shoots and also shoots a 9, but that one's just a hair further out of the 10 ring, and so it is Ms. Jung that wins the shoot-off and takes the bronze medal from her opponent and teammate, Kibo Bae. Just to make it official, the judges are down there with calipers. Just a matter of millimeters, and it's a big win for some of the toughest shooters in the world. Let's face it. I mean, these ladies are absolutely the best. There's just no one consistently better. And Jung Da-so-mi takes her first international medal here at the World Cup. A great start to what could be a great career. Now on to the recurve gold medal match for the ladies. It's Italy versus Korea. This is Pia Carmen Leonetti, the life partner of the Baron, the Sultan of Smooth, Sergio Pagni. Pia Carmen, a formidable shooter from Italy. And her opponent, also a formidable shooter from Korea, 18-year-old Han Kyung-hee. A newcomer at senior international level competition, but the reigning team junior world champion from Ogden of 2009. Her 6-year-old older opponent from Italy was second last year in Porec and third in 2006 and is hoping for gold this time around. Now, really a giant slayer for Pia Carmen Leonetti. She took out the #1 ranked Korean woman on her way here to the gold medal match. But right now she does trail. She opened with a 10, but then she had an 8 and a 7 in the first set, 29 points in the first set. Her opponent from Korea took the lead at 2-0, and another 7 in the second set for Pia really did not help. It saw Ms. Han increase her lead at 4-0. Took 29 points from Leonetti to remain in the match, and right now Pia is in a bit of trouble, because if she keeps just shooting 9s and not putting 10s down there, well, it's going to be really tough for her. She cannot afford that in particular. She can't afford 8s. All Han has to do is at least tie things up, not to mention win, and she will have the gold medal. Pia finishes solidly, but not quite a 10. Ms. Han would have to, well, quite literally have a disaster not to take this match. Match point, 10, dead center. Wow. X-ring, solid shooting, and a gold medal victory for Ms. Han of Korea. It's my first international competition, and I am the youngest in this team. However, Kibo Bae, who participated in the World Cup last season, is providing the team with good leadership. Actually, my two teammates are taking good care of me, a bit like older sisters. It's been a fresh feeling to discover the World Cup stage this week. And no doubt, because with 25 points, Han Kyung-hee is now the leader for the World Cup ranking. Pia Carmen Leonetti, the second place. as we head on to the Recurve bronze medal match. And this should be a firecracker of a match. We've got a couple of great competitors, including this guy, the champion of the 2008 Olympic Games, Viktor Rubin of Ukraine, ranked 11th in the world right now. The Olympic champion from Ukraine entering the bronze medal match is the favorite, no doubt. And head-to-head historically against this guy, Jake Kaminsky of the United States. Right now he leads 2-0. They've met 2 times in the World Cup before, in Porec last year and in Antalya the year before. Now, Jake Kaminsky is a great shooter. He was 3rd at the Arizona Cup last month. He had a good start this season. And right now, here we are, going into the final end, the final set. Jake is behind, and he shoots a 10. That's just what you want when you're in a situation like this. Now, Viktor Rubin, though, he has ice in his veins. He is absolutely cool as a cucumber under these circumstances, as you can see right there. 10 points. Dead center. Jake Kaminsky. And a 9. Jake just got married a few weeks ago, and no doubt that has had a little bit of disruptive influence on his training sessions right now, living at the Olympic Training Center. But unquestionably, Jake Kaminsky, a great talent and one of the contenders for the U.S. World Team for later this season. But the question is 28 going to be enough to hold off the reigning Olympic champion? And historically, the answer is no. 10-10-10. Viktor Rubin with a decisive victory, 7 set points, and a big bronze medal win for the 2008 champion of the Olympic Games. Mark my words, though, you're going to see Jake Kaminsky on some very high podium steps over the next 18 months leading up to London. Jake Kaminsky, a great American talent. But today, the victor, the bronze medal match, Viktor the Victor, Viktor Rubin. And now the grand finale, the Recurve gold medal match, which pits 2 great shooters against each other, 2 young guys. This is Kim Woo-jin of Korea. He has lots of international experience, having finished 1st at the Asian Games in Gwangju, 5th at the World Cup final in Edinburgh, Scotland. His opponent, one of the great favorites on the circuit, it's Brady Ellison, 22 years old, the World Cup finalist, World Cup champion of 2010, Longines Precision Prize winner, title last year of Porec champion as well. And Brady Ellison is somebody who has just been charging up the boards for the last few years. We are going to see some great shooting here. Now we're into set number 5. It's a 3-1 lead for Brady. But there's a reason why Korean shooters are known as some of the toughest in the world, and Kim Woo-jin shows just why. Now, in the qualification round, Kim was ranked 5th, Brady was ranked 6th. Brady Ellison not letting up the pressure. And neither is Mr. Kim. Another 10. Solid shooting. Brady with another 10. You'd think these 2 guys had wheels on the ends of their bows the way they're shooting. And another shot just down the middle, but not quite in the 10 ring. In fact, it may have actually struck one of his previous arrows just enough to send it out. Here comes Brady. There goes 10-10-10. Brady Ellison solid as a rock and in a dominant position to win this gold medal as he has match point in the next set. It'll be Kim Woo-jin shooting first on the left-hand side. You can see the flags in the background, not much in the factor of wind. Beautiful setting there on the Adriatic. I got to tell you, Porec is one of those places you go to for a tournament and decide you want to go for a vacation afterward. It's like an inexpensive Venice. Here comes Brady Ellison, another 10, solid shooting. Both of these guys putting on a great performance, but look at that target of Brady Ellison if you want to see how to do it right. And there's another great shot from his opponent, Mr. Kim. But if Brady can tie this up, he'll have the 6 set points. He wins the match, and it's over. There's a liner. That's just out. That's a 9. First one in the last couple of sets to have gone out the left-hand side, just a bit there for Brady Ellison, maybe about a millimeter out. No question it is out, though. And here's Kim Woo-jin, and that's way out. 8 points. Now all Brady has to do is to shoot a 9 or better, and he will win the gold medal. And he does. Brady Ellison repeats as the champion of Porec here in 2011 as he looks forward to the road to London. First, though, stop in Torino. That's American coach Ki-Sik Lee, the legend, the man who took the Koreans to victory in 1992, the Australians to victory in 1996, and hopefully the Americans to victory in 2012. And it might just be this guy right here that has the best shot at the podium, Brady Ellison.
I had a really good indoor season this year, and I felt really good. And I took a little bit more of a break than I normally do after indoor seasons, and I have struggled all the beginning of this year. And it's really only been like the last 2 or 3 weeks I've started shooting good again. And I don't know, the last 2 days I felt so good. And just being able to come in here and shoot like I did today, it gives me a lot of confidence, and I'm excited.
And we're all excited for what's looking to be a great start to the season. Brady Ellison ranked #1 with a bullet, #1 in the world, 25 points, #1 for the World Cup ranking as we move forward into Turkey for the next round of the Archery World Cup. But it was a record turnout for Porec, 37 countries, and many of them using this event to select their World Championship contenders for later this season. The next stop will be in Turkey, one of our favorite places, the balmy and sunny Antalya on the shores of the Mediterranean, and we'll see you there when we're back for Stage 2 in June. For now, thank you, and see you next time.